Hey everyone, welcome back to All Things Dodgers. We've got a lot of Dodgers pitching injury updates to get to. Let's get right into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It'll be a pretty quick video today, just checking in on 4 different pitchers. We have some good news, we have some bad news, all in the injury department. So let's get started right away. This was the bombshell this past couple weeks was Roki Sasaki, who has now stopped his throwing program, and Dave Roberts said, quote, "We have to plan on life without him at least this year." Roki Sasaki was one of the Dodgers' big additions this past offseason, and technically when they signed him, he was still a prospect. There were things for him to work on. It was the command, trying to add another pitch to his arsenal, and you can see as he progressed in his 8 starts for the Dodgers this season, he definitely did grow as a pitcher, and also adjusting to the major league environment here in the States, so lots of things for him to adjust to, and he was doing a good job. He had goals for himself, and then boom, injury happens. He's now on the IL and possibly out for the season. So that's a big hit for the Dodgers, especially since they were going to need his powerhouse, high velocity style of pitching, especially later in the postseason. And it may still happen, but Dave Roberts said that we can't count on it as of right now. So that's the bad news. What's some good news? Some things that we can look forward to when it comes to guys who are coming back. Well, one of the Dodgers' other big additions this past offseason was Blake Snell. Early on, he was predicted to be their ace for this season, and really he only got to make 2 starts. Opening day start against the Tigers and then against the Braves, and it was pretty disappointing, especially considering how I have wanted Blake Snell to be on the Dodgers for so long. I've talked about that on this channel, how surreal it is to see him in that white and blue at Dodger Stadium, and so I would love to see him back. But of course, healthy. He suffered from left shoulder inflammation, and Dave Roberts said he is getting closer to throwing against live batters. So step by step, he's progressing, and of course, facing live batters is the next step. After that, he'll go through rehab. Everything seems to be going according to plan, just a little bit more delayed than the Dodgers would have hoped. The other guy who's making his return a little bit sooner than Blake Snell is Tyler Glasnow. Tyler Glasnow was acquired by the Dodgers last year, had all kinds of injuries in 2024, and the same trend has continued in 2025. On the bright side, though, he pitched 2 simulated innings against minor league players from the Dodgers on Tuesday, looked good, feeling healthy, and so hopefully he will be sent out on a rehab assignment soon. So he'll be returning sooner than Blake Snell. Again, a powerhouse guy, lots of extension off that mound. His breaking ball is nasty. When he is right, he's one of the best pitchers. It's just when he is right, when is he on the mound? So I would love to see him back because the Dodgers definitely do need him to settle in, especially later on down the line. So Tyler Glasnow and Blake Snell coming back sooner than later. Now, finally, our last guy that we're going to mention is Emmett Sheehan. He made his season debut on Wednesday, finally returning from Tommy John surgery. If you remember, he debuted a couple seasons ago, and on that first debut, he took a no-hitter deep into the game. There were some really good plays by the defense that day to help him out, and so it's nice to see him back in that rotation. He can maybe provide some new blood to the Dodgers roster and in that dugout, maybe invigorate them a little bit. So it was good to see him back and provide some reinforcements just in time to keep them alive, keep them afloat, waiting for Blake Snell and Tyler Glasnow to return. So that means the current rotation has been rounded out to include Yoshinobu Yamamoto, their certified ace this season. He currently holds a 2.64 ERA, as well as Dustin May, who thankfully has returned to the rotation. He is just happy to be on the field, especially after the scary medical conditions that he had to face these past few years. He currently holds a 4.46 ERA, but he's been performing better than that number seems to imply, so hopefully he can stay healthy. We have Shohei Ohtani returning for 1 inning this past Monday, And then also Ben Kasperius, a more and more reliable pitcher down in that bullpen that has now been moved up to the rotation. So some good things from Kasperius. We'll see how his role progresses as the season goes on. Will he be his own pitcher, or will he go as a bulk guy after Ohtani when he makes his start? So we'll see. Then Emmett Sheehan and possibly a guy like Justin Robleski, just making spot starts whenever they need them. So definitely not the rotation the Dodgers started with at the beginning of the season. There have been injuries. There have been guys who have been optioned back down to AAA. So at the current state of this rotation and looking toward the future, how are we feeling? Well, let's bring back a fan favorite of the channel, a fan favorite segment that we like to do here. It's called the Dodgers Feel-O-Meter. We have 4 options about how we are all feeling as a collective community. I'm going to give my opinion. Our options are we feeling no stress? Are we mildly sweating? Are we nail-biting? Or are we losing sleep over this situation? And my answer for this current rotation, this pitching rotation for the Dodgers, I would say that I'm mildly sweating. I debated sweating or nail biting, but I feel like nail biting would be if this rotation was in the current state later, like in late July or August, heading into the postseason. But we have time right now. It's the middle of June. The All-Star game is coming up when guys can get some rest. And we also have some pitchers coming back. Snell and Glasnow are the 2 that are coming back the soonest. So some reinforcements coming in, and we really just need to be patient. At this point, we need to readjust our mentality. Of course, we want nobody to get injured, and the Dodgers don't either. But the fact is that it's going to happen, especially in this day and age when pitchers are going all out and getting injured more than ever before. So the injuries are going to be there. We just have to shift our mentality and, as fans, enjoy watching and be content with whoever is up at the moment, whose chance is being made available at the moment. Enjoy what they have to give and hope that the main guys can come back and that maybe some new rookies or some new players for the Dodgers can step up and make a name for themselves. So lots to hope for, lots of time to wait and see what happens, but of course we'll be monitoring this throughout the rest of the season. Let me know, guys, down in the comments, what are your thoughts on the Roki Sasaki news and which pitcher are you most excited to see as they come back and as this season carries on? I'd love to hear from you all. Thank you everybody for watching. Go Dodgers! And I'll see you on the next episode of All Things Dodgers.